Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft WW1 tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Canon D75 modèle 1897. The French 75mm field gun was a quick-firing field artillery piece adopted in March 1898. Its official French designation was Matériel de 75mm MLE 1897. It was commonly known as the French 75, simply the 75, and Zackary Schejbal. The French 75 was designated as an anti-personnel weapon system for delivering large volumes of time-fused shrapnel shells on enemy troops advancing in the open. After 1915 and the onset of trench warfare, other types of battlefield missions demanding impact-detonated high-explosive shells prevailed. By 1918, the 75s became the main agents of delivery for toxic gas shells. The 75s also became widely used as truck-mounted anti-aircraft artillery. They were also the main armament of the Saint-Chamond tank in 1918. This gun itself saw widespread use in World War I and even was used in World War II. It basically inspired the early designs of field artillery and what later became anti-tank guns early into World War I and World War II. So really influential gun and very impactful. I mean, you can kind of see the look of it. You see that with all the anti-tank weapons and stuff like that were used in World War II and all that. So this gun definitely had a huge impact for it. This gun was modified later on in World War II to have actually tires on it instead of the kind of horse carriage type wheels to allow it to be towed by vehicles rather than by horse. But the model we have in front of us is the original, solely focused in World War I design for it. So cool stuff here, and our first ever French artillery piece as well. So it'll be nice to put on in your World War I map, so you can even put this on a World War II map if you really wanted to. So you do have some flexibility with it. Anyways, kind of going into taking a look at it, it's pretty straightforward. It's basically just a 75mm gun mounted on a carriage. So we have obviously the gun right here, a gun barrel, the kind of shield here to protect the gun crew, and the breech here, all the different little dials and wheels and stuff like that to turn to basically adjust and aim the gun. And then back here we have basically the support right here, which is solid and not like the other ones where they kind of branch out and kind of form a V shape. This is just a straight basically support here for the back of the gun. So overall, really nice, simple design, and will again work good on any of your World War I and even World War II maps. So anyways, let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with it. Alright guys, go ahead and move it into our tutorial. To begin with, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood upside down stair like this, followed by another stair behind it, and then two stairs back to back on top of that block like so. We then want to place down a stone top slab, come off this first stair, followed by a dark oak wood top slab, stone top slab, and we're going to go do the same thing over here for our wheel with our stairs wrapped around like so. After that's done, we're going to then take our dark oak wood signs. We're going to place down a row of 3 across the front here like so. On top of the dark oak wood top slab, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, followed by one block that goes forward, and on both sides of this forward block here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign. We then want to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs coming off that green terracotta block, and on the top slab on the very end here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign to both sides. With that done, we're going to go to the top here of these stone top slabs. We're going to place down dark oak wood fence gates, open them up toward the front there, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a green terracotta block that goes back from this one like so. After that, we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab that goes back like this, and on the side of the top slab facing toward the rear, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign coming off of it, followed by a item frame, and then a green terracotta block in that item frame. And then to the right side here of the slab, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign, and then to the left side over here, we're going to place down the item frame with a cobweb in the item frame. We then want to take a wither skeleton skull, and we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on the green terracotta block here to the left, and we're going to go ahead and place down a lever, flick downwards over here on the right side. We're then going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate. That's going to be coming off these 2 stone slabs there, and we want to make sure that fence gates are closed. We're going to then place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs back. Along the sides of the third top slab here, we're going to place down a zombie head to both sides, a end rod coming off the zombie heads, connecting to the dark oak wood fence gates there. And then after that dark oak wood slab, we're going to place down an additional 1 and 2 slabs back, followed by a dark oak wood up-down stair. On the both sides of this dark oak wood up-down stair, we're going to place down a zombie head, and then on the sides here of these 2 dark oak wood slabs, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood signs. We then want to place down an item frame on top of this dark oak wood stair, and we're going to then place down a tripwire hook in the item frame, and we want to make sure that the tripwire hook is rotated so that the kind of circular hook portion is facing toward the, basically out there, toward the rear of the gun. After that, we want to then go to the top here. We're going to take barrier blocks, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of barrier blocks across the top there. And we're going to then take our green banners, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of green banners along those barrier blocks. Last thing we need to do here is to take some green carpet, and on top of the dark oak wood top slab, green terracotta block, and these 3 dark oak top slabs, we're going to place down green carpet like so. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up my tutorial here for the Canon D75 modèle 1897. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask you guys give me proper credit for this. Give me the comment on the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear in social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to for whatever projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your 204, and I'll see you guys next time.